This is a Big Facts Network exclusive.
Okay, we live in the crib, Vibin With Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibin With Veto. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibin With Veto. Make sure to check us out each and every Monday on the Big Facts Network at 8 o'clock. I'm right here, man, with the legend himself.
Wow. This is Terrance Gangsta with you, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Mr. Answer Right Back, a.k.a. the People's Champ, Terrance Vibin With you, man. And I'm hanging out with my boy in the building, baby. What's up, bro?
Man, how you doing, man?
I'm cool, man.
Man, for sure, bro. It was a long-ass flight coming down here to rock with you, bro.
Man, ain't that far. I go to Atlanta.
Bro, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I thought Dallas was like an hour. You know what I'm saying? In comparison, so you know what I'm saying? I was thinking it was like that, but it was like, for me, I fell asleep. I was like, damn, we still in the air?
So, you fell asleep and woke up and still?
Yeah, we were still there. Yeah, we were still there.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
You gotta get that, what that stuff they, the melatonin?
Melatonin?
You gotta get that.
Nigga, I wouldn't have woke up. Facts. But before we talk about, you know, the street life, the hot boys of Magnolia, you know what I'm saying, how you guys cultivated that too as well, I want to ask you something deeper. When you lay down in bed at night alone with no noise, what's one memory in your past that won't let you go to sleep?
I don't have that. I've never had a nightmare, bad dream. Like you know how some people say when you kill someone that they hunt you?
Right.
I think that's bull. I think the mob made that up.
Really?
Let me tell you why. I was infatuated with the mob. I had this mob encyclopedia when I was in the feds. And what the mob would do whenever they deleted someone, they would pluck the eyeballs out because they thought when they did an autopsy on a person, the person that's doing the autopsy, they thought that the person that got deleted, that's the last person they seen, so they thought they would be able to get caught. It's in the mob encyclopedia. So I think that's always been that kind of stuff, bro. I've never. When I lay down, I be thinking I'm gonna get some money.
Damn.
Or abroad or something, or my bills or my problems for the next day.
Yeah, facts. Damn, that's crazy. Who is Terrance Williams now that he wish he could be like back then?
Terrance Williams, well, I don't wish who I am today, I don't wish I was back then, because what I did back then helped me become the man I am today. Mm. So Terrance Williams today, I have a nonprofit called They Need Us. I've 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 children so far. I got school shoes for them out of my own pocket.
Damn.
Recently, I got all the photos and stuff, but I don't really like to show that kind of stuff. I do that. I post a pair of shoes for the children. I help people out, hook them up with interviews. Like some people will say, man, hook me up with such and such. If you get me some play, you can get you a cut. No, I don't want your money, man. I'm good.
Yeah,
matter of fact, I'm going to get his number. If it's okay to give you that number, then I'm going to put you two together and y'all work it out.
Yeah, facts.
Because I don't want nobody to say, oh, he charged this or he skimmed on the top, he hit me. I could have got more, whatever the case may be. And also, Terrance is working on a movie. Well, a series.
The Boys at War?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be on your YouTube. Yeah, damn, that's great.
They say, we got that coming. That's going down for sure. So I just been doing a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah, facts. So was this always a part of you, like back in the day too, as well? Did you have some of this in you, or you couldn't really see that because of where you were, like your neighborhood and stuff like that?
Yeah, I couldn't really see that. I was married to the game. You know, wanted to have the finer cars, the clothes, the women. So I couldn't really see that.
Facts. Damn.
My mind was on killing, getting money, sex, and shopping.
Facts. So take us back to that. Like how do you get that in your mind that that's what you want to do? Because I seen one of your other interviews. You was like, every day I woke up, I thought about killing.
Yeah, because when you young in the hood, my motto always been, I'm scared to die first. What I mean by that is, if I die first, then for one, I can't get no get back. And number two, nobody not gonna ride like I'm gonna ride.
You felt like that?
Yes, because you got homies that's gangsters gonna ride, but they're gonna take their time to ride.
Damn.
So I always been scared to die first. I want to get my enemies first.
Right.
But growing up, in the hood, it's like a competition thing because you got people on the sideline who hate you, you got people who like you, got people who want to see you win, you got people who want to see you lose.
Right.
So with me, it was always like, I had made a promise to one of my children's mother. She was like, promise you gonna let them N-words kill you. I said, girl, I'm going to go to a life sentence if I let one of them kill me. And that's always been in my mind that I'm going to states. I never thought I would do Fed, but I was locked on surviving.
Damn. So like that was always like your model. Like, okay, so as a kid, who was Terrance Williams as a kid? Did you have other things that intrigued you before you, like, when did that click? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about it, like, in my mind, like, bro, when I grew up, I wanted to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I thought about. So I inspired to do that. But then I found the podcast game. But, like, bro, who were you as a child, bro?
I was on a swimming team. I played on a football team at 10, 11 years old to 13. I marched in a band. But the streets was just a calling for me. Because I looked at, like, whenever you came around a school, if you was a bad person, the girls were crazy about you. Some of the dudes were scared of you. Mm-hmm. Some of them, you was running with the other bad boys. So it's like, this is why I want to be. I want to, when we were selling weed, we first started selling weed, me and Mosquito, around this hood called 2nd and Dynell. Mm-hmm. And that was just a thrill, just buying a $20 bag of weed, rolling up. We used to call it a white boy, make the little white, put it in the lemon head box and just throw it down. And we just set them for $2 back then and called them puffies too. So that was cool. Then Mosquito graduated getting crack. But my heart always was in the streets.
Damn. Mm-hmm. So Mosquito was like your right hand man.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That was your best friend and stuff like that. So was he the one that kind of turned you on to the game, or like you guys came up together?
We came up together. Actually, before I even met Mosquito, I was already exposed to the game through Birdman. So with him and other guys that I looked up to around the neighborhood, so I was already exposed to the games. But when me and Mosquito got together, I was already, because we were going to Woodson together. Carter G. Woodson. I remember cutting class. I remember him coming to class late, and he said something. I saw the gold teeth. I'm like, whoa. He said, stop jocking. He was arrogant too. I was mad with him. Because like back in the day, we used to go to Popeyes.
Right.
All right, you know those pecan pie that be in an aluminum ashtray?
Yeah.
So Popeyes had these gold ashtrays where you could smoke.
Yeah.
So we would go in there and steal them, take some scissors, cut the middle part out, the round part out, and make different little gold teeth.
Yeah, facts.
So I'm in school one day, I'm talking to these like 3 girls. And I'm talking to them, they jocking, I'm talking. And one of them was so infatuated with gold teeth. She put her hand in my mouth and it dropped and hit the ground. I looked at them, they just started laughing. I took out running.
Yeah. So
when I saw Mosquito at school to go out there, he had something fake, but he had a real one in his mouth. And I was like, oh, okay, I see you, boy. But he was real arrogant. And me and him got cool through this female that lived in the Magnolia Project. Because I just called her my sister. I would go back to hang with her, and he was going with her. So we would go back there, and then we would walk home.
Right.
So that's how me and him had started hanging out.
Damn. So take us back to the Magnolia, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, in the 80s and stuff like that. Talk about your environment, like, you know what I mean? Because the average person, and again, Magnolia is tore down now, so nobody will really know, you know what I'm saying? So take us back, like, what was your area like back in, like, the 90s?
Okay, now, I didn't grow up in the Magnolia.
Where you grew up in?
I grew up in Gertown, 17
okay.
Like a minute or two from the Wayne Hood, Hollywood.
Okay.
Then at 8 years old, we moved to the Callio Project where Master P from.
So you lived in the Callio too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is something I didn't know. Okay.
Right. We moved to the Callio Project. Then we moved across the street on Johnson Street in this 1-bedroom apartment. And I never forget this. I don't eat this to this day. String greens and cranberry sauce because that's all we had to eat one time. My mother would take the mattress off her bed and put on a corner for me and my other 2 brothers to lay on there. And we had an ice chest for refrigerator.
Right.
Then we moved on Phillip Street. Now, when we moved on Phillip Street, it's like around 85, 86, somewhere up in there. Mm-hmm. That's when I started hanging around the Nolia. I was playing football, right? So I had one of my best friends there, Walter Burton. He live in Houston now, so he lived in the Magnolia. Right. A few other guys I was cool with, Claudia B. So we played football together. So My best friend Hank mother lived on Washington Avenue, like just like this here, in the Magnolia Project over here, right? So right across the street with the project. So my other homie, my best friend named Chill Will,
right?
His auntie lived on Washington and Ferret in the project. Right. So I remember that address because when you went to juvenile jail, a lot of people would claim the project. So I was like, y'all know the Magnolia. Then one of my homies, Doug Lewis, be like, start asking me, well, you have to know you? Well, what's your address? So you had to be sure you have an address, right? Yeah. And I remember, Chill Will auntie lived 24, 27 Ferret. Or was it 27, 24 Ferret? It was one of them. But so I just claim that.
Right.
But so happened while I'm in juvenile jail doing juvenile life, claiming to know you, because there's a hang back there.
Yeah.
My mother moved into Magnolia.
Damn.
On Willow Street, that's where all
that's
Magnolia small time dope dealer started out on 6 and so I lived right on Wild Willow.
Right.
So I called her, I got a project, baby. What? So she really living? Because I was claiming the new side of the project. But then the old side of the project, then my mother moved in the project. I had an address for the old side.
Right.
On Willow, where all the gangsta stuff going down. So I'm like, oh man, I'm in there. So when I broke out, I went to the Noe, but I was living on Ferret in Belmont by Denise on the 3rd floor. So I'm always in the Noe. So from there.
And it's in 85.
No. This 91.
91.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back there now, but like in 89, 90, I should just hang back there.
Okay.
Or spend the night by Chill Will auntie on Ferret in Washington. But when I broke out of juvenile jail, and from 91 to 98, I'm in the Noe.
Damn.
So that's why you be like, people like, you know Gangsta at the Magnolia? But I was born and raised in Dirt Town, but and let me tell you what's crazy. Myself, 17 Wall, Dirt Town. Hot Boy Doney, 17 Wall, Pigeon Town. Sterling out the 3rd wall. Mosquito out the 3rd wall. None of it was out the Magnolia Project. But we was in the Magnolia Project laying law.
Yeah. How did that happen though? How did y'all how did all of y'all wind up there though? You know what I'm saying? If y'all was from, really from like the 17th.
Doney auntie lived on Willow Street as well. Willow and 16 Willow.
16 Willow.
Wow, that's crazy. He lived on 16 Willow on the 2nd floor on the right side. Sterling had a baby mother that lived on 16 Willow on this side of 6th Court. Like her apartment faced 6th Court, but on the porch you can see Willow Street right here. So he on 60 Willow right here, and right on the cross, Doney on 60 Willow right there, and I'm down here on Willow, but we right here by each other.
Damn.
So when Doney called he had called what y'all call the hat. Y'all called it the hat, right? He called the hat. So 92, so he was like, man, when I get up, I'm going to know you. I'm like, all right. So Doney beat me home, Sterling was home. Doney went straight to the Noe. My mom said, this is the crazy black boy be coming out here looking for you. Terrance asked you, did you call? Have you called home yet? I said, what did he say? He just crazy, Terrance. I said, look, I'm going to call around a certain time, tell him to be down there. So Doney and Sterling was there. So I talked to him on the phone. Yeah, boy, I'm out here, boy. You come on out here, boy. We talked. So when I come home, Doney and Sterling was already back there.
Right.
That's when Mosquito got out. So we all just started running together.
Yeah. So it's, and again, cause I hear about all of the stories, like from like the Doney Boys and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause again, it's all over YouTube and plus like I grew up in New Orleans. Well, I was born in New Orleans, I moved to Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was born in New Orleans, moved to New Jersey, then moved to Atlanta. All my family from New Orleans.
Hold on. So I gotta give you a New Orleans check now.
What's up?
What hospital you was born in?
To be honest, I don't even know, dog.
Oh man,
you gotta call my mom. But my mom from the 7th Ward though.
Okay,
my mom she from St. Bernard. My dad from the Goose. You know where the Goose?
That's in the East.
Yeah, the Goose.
Yeah. Okay.
My brother's from the East. You know what I'm saying? East Show.
Okay.
Yeah, I got cousins on the West Bank and the Cutoff. Like, bro. Yeah. Like, bro. Like, literally, my whole family is from New Orleans. I just moved. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right. What's your first 2 numbers in your Social Security? They gotta start with a 4.
Mine's 157.
Your Social Security a 1?
Yeah, 157.
Man, you can't be. Everybody from Louisiana is 4.
I'll show you my passport, bro. Okay, I was born in New Orleans, not raised, but born in New Orleans.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, bro, like I hear about all the stories. You know what I'm saying? From the original Hot Boys, the Doney Boys. So. Take us back to that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because did all y'all run together, or was it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, the Doney Boys came later on. Okay. Like, those were some youngsters.
Okay.
I was already in the Fed Sterling dead. Mosquito dead.
After y'all.
Yeah, these are the young boys. Doney come home from, he had, all right, 94, Doney caught a 5-year bid. So when Doney come home in 99, because mind you, Sterling Mosquito got killed in 96. Mm. So Doney come home in 99. I get hit by the phase in 98. Doney come home in 99.
Right.
So when he come home, a bunch of little youngsters from 13 on up, growing the project, don't have nothing, they ain't doing nothing. So Doney took everybody in. Mm. Everybody who ain't had nothing, mama might put them out or just hang out, lay their hand where to go. Come on, boy. Mm. Took them all in and just started taking care of them, helping them out, showing them how to get money, and raised them. So my homegirls in the Magnolia, they always come up with different little nicknames. Mm. So they start calling them the Doney Boy. Look at the Doney Boy, because just making fun of them at first.
Oh, yeah.
It started out as a joke, like the Doney Boy, because all of them be around Doney.
Yeah.
So we went from the Doney Boy to the DBs.
The DBs.
Yeah, that's the Doney Boys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah, sure. The young boys, yeah.
For sure. So you were knee deep in the drug game, the war in New Orleans. What was the first time you ever felt like your soul would leave your body after doing something violent? Did it haunt you or did it fuel you?
Yo, I've never had a bad experience. Whenever I used my gun, I felt like the power of the gun. Like I felt untouchable. Like when I got into the war with the Magnolia Project, it was 3 of us against a lot of them.
Yeah, I seen that on YouTube.
You see what I said? So, like I say, we had a thing growing up in our mind, in our young sick mind. You tough, I'm tough. We gonna see who the toughest. So I just felt like with 3 of us hanging together, and it's like 50 to 100 of them, what's gonna happen? We're gonna pick a lot of them off because they're gonna be going by this girl uptown, down, although we can hang together every day. We can stay together. They're gonna have more funerals than us. Thanks. You know, when you got a bunch of people, you just start hitting, but then at some point you be like, man, I'm tired of deleting the little stragglers. I want to delete some of the big dogs. What his name? French Montana said it best. Hit the body tilt when you hit the head. So you catch some of these older ones who they're looking up to, the other one's gonna start tucking their gun, standing, man, I don't want nothing to do with that. It ain't my beef anyway. You know, that's what happens when you beefing with people. But they still strong with it. So
what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all uptown. You know what I'm saying? I would think that because it's the Magnolia, Calio, and the Melphamine, all uptown.
3 projects uptown, right?
So it's like, bro, why didn't y'all get along though?
Well, we 3 projects in the same ward because you still got the 10th ward.
Okay.
The St. Thomas. But at one time, the Magnolia, us, and the Calio used to run together. Okay. We was tight, running together. So there was a robbery happening in and the same Jack and Well, I guess the dude robbed them, they people out of, they saw mosquitoes that thought that we did it. So one night I go back to the Calio. Now the big dog Randall, he's acting a little strange, and I know how Randall is. Randall, like I said, he's loyal. Right. So if Randall called you, he's not gonna participate in deleting you. But if one of these people like they gotta hit you, he gonna let me get out the way. If it gotta be done, way handle y'all business. So Randall was the only one I trusted in Calio to be back to its night test late. So Randall leaves, so it's 3 guys that's out here left with me. And they got a basket there, like for Winn-Dixie or something, that's laying on the ground. So the young boy, he looking up, you know how you be looking at somebody, you give him a little eye like this. I said, so I peeked it, right? But I had heard a payphone ring across the street. And he had a 24-hour window, a little store with a little window you go to. So you had a few people go, then we all walked across the street. One of the dudes get on the phone. He like, yeah, what's up? You know how a person be talking like it's fake? So I'm like, I went to grab the other phone. I said, let me call my people, let them know that I'm out here in the so if something happened to me, this is who I'm out here with. So when I go grab the other phone, the dude like, nah, bro, that phone broke. Don't use that phone. I heard that phone around. I said, okay, I ain't gonna push it. I said, well, they got 3-way? Because now I'm trying to see if you're ready on the phone with somebody. He said, y'all got 3-way? I said, you got 3-way? Nah, I thought they don't got 3-way. Boy, it's the late 90s. Everybody got 3-way. I said, oh, they trying to bring me a move. Damn. So I was like, man, I left my money in the car. So I skip across the street. They let me jump in that car and I mashed out. Got away. like 2 days later, they killed Mosquito back there. Hit him 20-something times. So I'm like, boy, they were trying to line me up that night before or two, you know? And I called back there. I was like, what's up? He said, man, Mosquito got hit up. I said, he dead? Man, I don't know. Hold on. Pass the phone to the next dude. I said, bro, he dead? Hold on. Pass the phone to that. So when my brother come got me, we go back there. I go in the courtyard, walk in the driveway. I mean, not in the courtyard. I went through this little cut. And he in the driveway, laying on his back like he was reaching for a gun. He hit all up. And I walked right up to him. I could clearly see he dead. So the Cali boy, they stand over there in that little cut over, like a little cone over there in the dark light. I'm like, when y'all want to play? I asked y'all, was he dead? Y'all kept on passing the phone. I see. All right, cool. That's when the wall kicked off.
Damn. So seeing your partner just laying there, bro, what did that do to you?
It just let me know that I got a revenge. Like, I guess because I was young. You know, I never done drugs, never drank, none of this. So me seeing him there, my best friend on the ground, because you got to keep in mind, we did put a lot of people on the ground too. So now it's like, this is my best friend down here. So I'm like, all right. And I look over, I see him, like, all right, that's what it is. All right, well, let's roll.
Damn. And then that's when the beef kicked off.
Yeah, it was up.
It was up.
Damn.
Okay, cool. Damn, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Let me go right back here to this. Damn, that shit fucked me up, bro. Cause it's like, damn, like if I'm seeing my best friend, I'm like, it'll be like emotions and you know what I'm saying. To hear you say you look, then you looked and it was like, all right, say less.
Yeah, like he was laying on the ground, literally laying on his back, and I walked right up to him, like how close you and I, and looking down, like, he out of here, he dead. And I looked over there and I saw them over there, so I'm like, okay. Sometimes you can't get an enemy that satisfaction that, well, we struck a nerve there. Sometimes. Because when Sterling got killed, I cried. You know, I was right there with him. But at that time, I was just like, okay, y'all hit Mosquito, okay. I gotta revenge that.
Damn. You once said that you plan hits like playing chess. Looking back, did you ever, you just said, did you ever cry after someone was deleted on your orders, even if you couldn't show it?
No. And I cried, my first time crying when Black and Mo got killed, when he died. Because that was my big bro, and I was like, man, because he was just schooling me to the game, and this is a legend in a project, and I'm running head up with him. So when I lost him, that hurt, you know. Yeah. So I shook back fast though, but that was the first time I cried. When my OG Leslie Duplessis died, I cried. I was in the state jail then, and when Mosquito was killed, I cried.
Damn. Black and Mo, I heard his name in the song. It was like Hot Boy representing and shit like Black and Mo. Who said that? That was on Soldier Rag album, right?
Well, I don't know if it's on Soldier. It might have been, but it's on Welcome to the Know You.
Yeah,
Juvie and Turk.
Okay, so he was
just like Black and Mo did back in the day.
Back in the day,
put prices on your feed.
Yeah. So Juvie said it on Soldier Rag, and then Turk said it on that song too. Yeah.
Well, man was on Soldier. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I just remember hearing his name. Like, man, that's crazy. If God gave you one chance to bring back one body, who would it be and why?
Boy, why you do that?
I mean, hey, we here, bro. I gotta ask you everything, bro.
I'm gonna go with my little cousin Belle. Because when she was young, when I was doing state bid, she would accept that phone call. Her mother used to fuss so much at her, and she was just young and loved me, so she always accepted my collect call, gave me 3-way. And the reason why I went with that, because that's a female, that's my cousin, that's safer. Because you gotta keep in mind, I got the 3 hot boys that deceased. Killer Stone, his little brother Disco, Leslie Duplessis, Black and Bo, Toto, my little partner. I got too many people, Red after man, too many people I love that was close to me. Right. So I would buy the people, why you picking? You ain't picking. You know what I'm saying? So I would go by the cousin Belle.
Facts. Let's take it there though. Let's kind of shift gears and let's talk about the controversy, like with, you know, and not sugarcoating it, like the snitching controversy.
Okay.
The rap label, right? Mm-hmm. Are you at peace with how the streets talk about you, or does it still burn when like celebrities and people like call you
out? First of all, of course I'm at peace because I made my decision from the jail cell. So I knew, you know, you sit there and be like, Man, if you do, well, I'm not gonna say you know how. Some people that strategize things, they'll sit down and say, okay, if I do this, this is gonna happen. If I do this, this is gonna happen. So in my mind, I knew I had a big enough name in my hood that once I violated that, a lot of people were gonna be upset and turn me back. With me getting older, I'm like in my 40s at the time, right? So I was in my 30s when I started plotting and planning. But the thing was this. I knew that with me getting older, it's over. There's no more Magnolia. I'm not in my early 30s getting out the feds, so I can't go stunt none of that. I gotta go sit on the porch, give me a rocking chair. So I'm thinking now, I did think that I would still be able to go in Birdman house, ride on a jet. I still thought I was gonna get on the road, I still thought I was gonna be able to, I don't get upset when the celebrities or whoever call me a snitch or a rat because that's how I came up on internet controversy. I don't get upset when they call me a rat because if the shoe was on the other foot on one of my other people and you went in that interrogation room, I'm gonna look at him as a snitch too. Because no matter what, you should never sit down with law enforcement, no matter what. Because you could go in that room and you could be telling us the truth, like, man, that's all I did, I ain't do nothing else. But how we know that? We wasn't in that room with you. You could have told us someone else and got a secret indictment going on this person. You know? So that's why I don't get upset about that. And I'm on the old adage, you know how people say, sticks and stone may break my bone, but word never hurt.
Yeah.
So with me, I learned, because in our state jail, we got you grin you in. So we always play the dozen and cracking jokes and playing. So when I learned that I learned the word trolling, I learned how people just try to get up under your skin, so I developed bulletproof emotions. And then my thing was, I missed the answer right back, because if I see you diss me and you got views when you diss me, I'm gonna answer you back because I know I'm gonna give views, because the internet love controversy. It love the bull. So that's how I came up, bro. Bullshit unintentionally threw me in the alley hoop. I took advantage of it.
Damn, that's crazy. So how did that whole thing happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like the whole snitching thing, you were in the feds when this happened, but you did years before this even took place. Or like, what did that look like?
Okay, when you're in the pen and you run a bunch of killers and guys with lights in it, you thrive off them, right? You see them, you like, okay, he going hard, he's soldiering, I'm gonna go hard. But when you get sent to a prison where there's a bunch of snitching and a lot of stuff, you look like, he had life plus 40, now he going home, or he had 3-4 lives and he got 5 years left, or he got a year left, he gotta go home. You're like, man, what the world? What's going on? Then when they go home, you got your ears in the streets, nobody killing them. Ain't nobody killing the snitches no more. So what the homies doing now, well, he ain't snitch on me, so they embrace him. I'm paying attention to all that stuff, but then I say, well, the feds been telling me my gold card was cash money. I'm like, no, it's a certain thing I'm not gonna do. So I had to sit back and strategize, plan it, so it took me a while, but I figured it out. Now, the thing is with a lot of people who like to jock ride, because Birdman say, nah, I ain't rocking with you, I don't like that you went sit down, you got a lot of people follow that train. Follow how we had to say it when we was being playing cards, man, follow that cab, it got dope in it. So they following behind Bird, I guarantee you, a Bird with a stamp, man, that's cool, he ain't putting other people in jail, ain't nobody doing time behind him, we good when I'm stamping him. They'll ride, right? But I like it better by myself, because when I talk to the average youth now with my nonprofit, I can honestly look these little children in the face and say, hey, when I got out the feds, I didn't have nothing. Slim gave me some money to do my documentary. I had got my first job that I ever had in my life, working at NFI. Then I got my second job working at Tyson. I actually paid taxes. So y'all need to get a job. Some of us dope boys come from the jail or come from the streets and tell them the children, get a job, and they never have a job. So I feel good. I don't have to stand up and lie to the children to that. But I miss my family. I would love to be with them, but since I've been home 3.5 years doing without them, I was like, I don't need them.
So you haven't talked to Birdman since?
No. I talked to him when I first got home, yeah. He asked me, what's up? I want to hear from you. I told him. And he was like, you made your bed, so you got to lay in it. He said, you got anything you want to say before I hang up? I was like, yeah. He said, what's up? I said, give me a pillow. Because at that point, I knew he wasn't going to be there for me. So I wasn't tripping, because like I said, I got my freedom. I asked for 2 things. I had to pray to ask the law for 2 things. Let me out while I'm healthy and alive, and let me out while my mother's still alive, where I can get her and move her with me if I could take care of my mother. So I was granted that. Yeah, so that's why I like certain things I see or people ask me or say, it don't bother me because I got the two things I asked God for. Everything else is a plus. And like I said, I don't get upset if people call me a rat or a snitch because nobody take care of me. And I don't buy friendship, it's too expensive.
If your brother was sitting here right now with you, what's one thing you would say to him that you wouldn't say publicly?
Man, where that money at? Where the man? I need them high boy money.
Yeah.
Where that money at? Bro?
Yeah. You talk about God now, you know what I'm saying, a lot. Do you think God has fully forgiven you, or are you still like paying debts in other ways?
Allah forgive us. When we first take Shahada to become Muslim, all our sins are forgiven. But we still got to continue to pray. Because we still do sins, even if they're small, even if I lie. Or if I pick up on something I know it's not mine, we still commit minor sins. So you gotta always pray. And I've always been one of the ones to see, and that's always say this too, like when I was in the Fed, I would see guys, I saw a guy come back 4 times. So I'm like, man, what's going on out there? So man, it's hard out there.
Oh, he came back to the Feds?
Yeah, 4 times, yeah, back on violations. I'm like, what's going on? Man, it's hard out there. I just be like, man, just give me one shot. Give me one shot and let me see what's going on. I'd rather be out there where it's hard than to be in here. So, I prayed and I got out. So, like I say, anything else, everything else is just it's extra for me.
Thanks.
So I don't want for nothing. You see you at my place right here. So I come home, got me a spot, got me a place where I can shoot my content at. I'm doing good on YouTube. I don't want for nothing. I'm not where I want to be, but I don't have a hand out begging nobody.
Right.
I'm grinding, bro. I'm on a grind, so I'm just happy to be free.
Right. When you walk through like New Orleans now, does it feel like a ghost walking through a city that he helped bury once?
When I first went through my neighborhoods, I was riding with Crypto Jeezy, and I was like, it just looked rain down, looked at a mess, and I was filming. I was telling a story. I mean, you talking. I'm like, okay, this second down here, right here. I remember there was the blue mailbox was over to the left. There was a store there. Then I said, man, I started seeing things with chains, houses. Some houses run down, some streets was cracked up, and I got a little choked up, and I stopped. So Crypto was like, nah, man, keep it rolling. They want to see that side of you. I said, no, this is not for show. This not a game. I'm really hurt, messed up. Like, this is where I grew up at. This is my stomping grounds, and it just rained down. It's like they just don't care no more. So that touched me, man. That really did. But going through the city, I was a little nervous because it's like anybody know me now. All these my era children, and a lot of them don't know me. Now they know who I am now from the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that. But at the time, you going through that, you like used to be the man. You used to be able to call a shot. You used to be able to call a female, call a dude up. I'm about to pull up or come through the. I don't have that more pull like that. So I know it's the next man up. So I'm not one of them old heads that's like you ran them streets, you wreak havoc in the streets. You was part of the problem. Now you gotta be part of the solution. I'm not one of them old heads that come home and boy, y'all don't know who I am. Y'all a boy, watch this be about. I know the dudes trying to park you. Right. They got the new gun, foreign guns, Dracos and everything, switches and all that. I don't know how they way, boy. Yeah. So I know better, but just going back to my city, it'd be cool, but when I first went home, it looked like The Walking Dead. It just looked like a ghost, and I was like, I ain't gonna make it down here. Yeah. Man, it just looked spooky, scary, and I was like, I felt vulnerable because I was like, I don't have a gun, I don't have no allies, I can't call nobody, I can't call no shots, I don't run nothing no more, but I'm home. And the bird was like, man, get from down there, man. And I was like, well, I'm about to get from down here the same day I got off from down there.
So that was when you first got out?
Yeah, the first day.
And then he told you get
from down there, yeah.
Damn. Because he knew.
Because he knows about them being out for so long, so they know it's a bunch of youngsters wilding, ain't nothing but death or prison down there. And like, I didn't much want to go. I had passed on Claiborne, a block from the Noya, like right across the street, like right by the Noya. I didn't want to go through the neighborhood because it was all the new development. I was like, I wasn't ready to see that. I'm like, man, I don't want to see that. I know you no more. But if you were thinking, But I'm happy they tore that Noe down because right now, if that Noe was up, I would be still trying to prove a point and prove like, well, it's still my project. So now you got these young dudes back there that's riding with some of them that don't like me, and they gonna be would have been gunning for me. Ain't no time I might want to pick that tool up and back gunning for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's something ignorant to think about and say because that's not our project for real. Because the minute I went to jail, I ain't get a dime in Chinese money from the Magnolia Project. We'll clean these hoods, these black mouth, get from around here. The minute we go to jail, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I learned that, bro, but I had to learn the hard way. But I love my city, though. I really love the city of New Orleans. I never forget my city. If I can help whoever, I'm trying to help them out. I want to get them back, get the rap back going. But right now, I'm going to be on my Tyler Perry 50 Cent. I'm about to get on that movie stuff.
Yeah, facts. What's the hardest thing about being free? And I'm not talking about like from prison, just like spiritually. What's the hardest thing like in life about being free?
There is no hardest thing for me being free because that's what I was about to say. I didn't want to be a Muslim. Like, you know how you got a lot of brothers in prison that's holding in down, but then when they get out of prison, when the job's not really cutting it, they're not really getting the cars, the stuff they want, they need, they get frustrated, they take the kufi off and they get back on the block. They stop praying. So I didn't want to be one of those brothers that come home and stop praying. I feel like prayer helps me, calms me. It just put me more at ease when I get frustrated.
Right.
So I didn't want to lose that. But there is no hard part, bro. Because every time I wake up in the morning and I hear my mother in the room in there, or she in the kitchen cooking breakfast or doing something, or I get up 5, 7 in the morning, office a lot, I'm blessed. And God woke me up. So there's no hard part out here.
Right. Facts. If your story was turned into like a movie, like you said, what scene would you not let Hollywood leave out, no matter how violent, raw, or controversial it is? Well,
it's 2 scenes. Some of the murders, they can't leave it out, and I don't want them to leave out when I went to college.
You went to college?
Yeah, I got my GED at Delgado Community College.
Delgado, okay, yeah.
Bro, I got my GED, and I went there 2 semesters. So at the time I was at Walter Callio, I was going to school.
That's a 2-year college. That's the community college.
That's community college.
Okay,
dope.
So you went there. So you was in the streets for real at this time and going to school.
Yes, I actually have a red Tommy Hilfiger book sack with my 9 in there. Yeah, and let me tell you what's crazy. I had an English class, one-on-one English. Me and BG Auntie had a class together.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I sat by her 1 or 2 times.
Facts. Let's talk about BG because he did say he was like you said in one of your interviews that like he used to run with you, like he was his big homie like at one point in time. Do you ever think y'all can mend that relationship? Because that's one of my favorite rappers, like BG, Soulja Slim. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to see, you know what I'm saying, y'all mend that shit if you basically help raise him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the thing. Soulja Slim, he was Magnolia Slim first.
Magnolia Slim, yeah.
Soulja Slim was the first artist to put my name in the song on that Snorter Powder bag. Jizzle would be ticking me off with him. Now he's trying to erase history, but you can't. He tried to change my name on that Sony Uptown thing. Gotta holler at Gangsta.
Hot boy.
Yeah, he tried to switch my name. But anyway, I would love to have a talk with Jizzle, a one-on-one. But at this point in my life, I don't care if we don't.
Yeah.
Because I can't benefit at this point. Yeah. We're 2 old men.
Right.
I don't drink beer, so I don't smoke. What we gonna do? We gonna talk.
I mean, shit, it'd just be good to like mend that though. You know what I'm saying? Especially if because again, I be looking at shit like, bro, you help raise them like slick. You know what I'm saying?
Randy got a big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So and again, I'm not in the street, so I don't know how deep that shit get. Like when it comes down to
I was about to say that. This the thing. Jizzle standing on what we taught him, what he learned, the G code. So that's why I'm not mad with him. Now, what I would love to talk, I would love to interview him because I'm into interviewing people now. So I would love to interview him. But like I said, if it never happened, then I'm still fine with that. I wish him the best. And I tell everybody, anything going on with Cash Money, whether it's good or bad, I still benefit from it. Because on my channel, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to get a check that way. So one way or another, get some money. But I see happy.
Yeah, he definitely happy. Yeah, I love seeing that. I love seeing
bro.
that.
She got a smile on her face. I love that. So I'm rooting for him on the sideline.
Yeah, I want to interview BG too. I met him when he was in Atlanta, and it was
calling
like
for you.
That's crazy. Nah, I met him when we was in Atlanta though, and it was like, you know how you meet like celebrities and shit, and sometimes you like don't think that it's gonna go well.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I met that nigga and it was cool as fuck. And I was like, bro, he a real nigga. Like he a real like dude. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated it.
Too, you're real. He one of the ones who haven't forgotten where he come from. He ain't forgot that. So if he see you you on the board, he gonna embrace you and kick it with you. Yeah, right. Because see, he's smart. He know this is another ally for me in Atlanta. He don't know who you plug to, but he see you a genuine person. So if I kick it with him, I know he ain't on no crap roll, slimy stuff. He ain't gonna try to set me up to get me robbed for my jewelry or my bag, whatever I got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So certain people. So at the end of the day, he's smart. He know how to move. So that's why I don't too much worry about him, because I know. And then he still got that boy running with him, so he gonna be all right, man. Yeah. That boy getting money and he, doing his music.
For sure. We just touched on Magnolia Slim, right? Do you think that Soulja Slim would have judged you for your choices, or he would have understood?
He would have judged me too, Slim. Yeah, I was just saying. Everybody we come up with, bro, they was like, look, this is what it is. Okay, this is how we rocking. Yeah. So yeah, he'd have been on me too. Yeah, he might have had a few songs.
Damn. Yeah. What do you say to the young steppers who still think the gun is the only way to earn respect?
It's okay to be a swear. It's okay to say no. It's okay to go to school to get an education. It's okay to respect your parents. It's okay to go inside, really, because when you go to jail, if you notice, it can be 10, 15, 20 of them. When they go to jail, I'm broke. When they go to jail, they can't make commissary. They can't balling out of jail. So why do you want to impress your homies or prove a point to your homies and you worry about what they're going to say about you? So you got to conquer that peer pressure. That's what we got, peer pressure. That's what it is, the peer pressure. So they worry about what the homies going to look at you, what the weekend you saw. When we came up, we had homeboys in our project that would say, man, I ain't with that bull crap. I just go to school, come on with him. And we know one thing. So if he got into a fight or any kind of problem, we know he a good player. He wouldn't start, and we went out there for him. We helped him out because we know it's a homework. Go to school, come back. We hustling right here in the courtyard. Now, one time did he pick up drugs. So you got people that's like that, bro. But I just wish them that. Because I tell a lot of them, I done enough time for me and you. And then you saw Diesel just called me. That's what I was just talking to. He did 30 flat. Been home going on a year.
He did 30 years?
30 years flat.
God damn.
Yeah, you going to meet him in a few minutes.
That's fucking great.
You meet him if he did 30 years, bro. And me and him was enemies.
Damn.
You ain't know about that story?
Nah.
Yeah, you ain't do your homework then. Yeah. So we got to...
Wait, Diesel... Wait, hold on.
He's out the milk.
Okay, at the milk. Okay, all right.
That's what just called me.
Okay, I didn't know who you were talking about.
That's what just called me. I got to go get him in a few minutes. Well,
I seen that. I didn't mean to cut you off. I seen that you and Skip.
Ripper. Yeah,
Ripper been. I call him Skip. I heard.
That's how you come over. See, y'all wait at the Ripper. I'm gonna ask him about that name. So happy you said.
Yeah, but now I see that y'all did an interview and shit like that. And he used to be one of your enemies too. Mm-hmm. I think that was honorable. You know what I'm saying? That y'all came back together. And, you know. This is what I tell people, bro. I'm not one of the ones that'll say, "Man, I changed my life. I denounced the streets." I always tell people you gotta lead by example. So Diesel was like, "Bro, when you gonna talk to me?" I'm like, "Man, I ain't ready for that." He's like, "Bro, you sit down and talk to me. So what's the difference?" I'm like, "Man," and then my dad like, "You got a point. You right." I said, "Call him," and I called him because it's like, you got to. You know how people say, you know how people say, "Man, if I catch something, I'm gonna do this and this." Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, bro, never say never, because you'll never know what you'll do when you see that person in that moment. So that was one of them times, and it's crazy because when we first laid eyes on one another, he came into the hotel room, we gave each other a dab and a half hug, and it was time for me to pray. So he walked right. I didn't know if he had a gun on him or nothing. I put my mat down, off of Salat, while he was talking to Diesel and everybody else in the same room, because it's like, I believe in God, so if it's time, it's the cut of Allah. If it's time for me to go, then I'm ready. It's a lot. Damn. What's the most dangerous lie that you ever told yourself in the streets?
That I was the toughest one uptown. That I was the hard. You couldn't tell me I would. Bro, I got shot. Each time I got shot at 3 different kills in the Nokia. But you couldn't tell me I never thought a person had a big enough kahunas to come to my hood to shoot me. I always thought, man, I was tough. I just thought people were scared of me and nobody was gonna play with me. But as I got older, I realized it's gangsters all over. And I be telling people now, bro, it's gangsters in every city, all over. I don't care how big, how small your city is, it's gangsters all over.
Damn. So let's shift gears, man. One day I'ma die. One day you'll die, right?
Right.
What do you want the hood to say at your funeral? Not like fake love, but like the real talk. Like even people that's from your hood or just people that knew you. What do you want them to say at your funeral?
They're gonna be like, Giggity, bro, you ratted, bro, but I got love for you. Boy, you showed us love. You gotta keep in mind, when I come home, New Orleans was dead. I jumped on this internet and showed them a way to get legal money by doing hood stories, doing something positive on the internet. So you got a lot of people who say, oh, yeah, ratted asleep, but they took my blueprint and ran with it. When I come home, Chicago was hot. I took that spotlight in Chicago and shined a little over here on New Orleans. So it crumpled New Orleans back up. So you had people want to know more about New Orleans stories more. So you got guys start doing their podcast shows, doing their YouTube channels. Now that look, I'm the grandfather. So you know, but like some people ain't gonna get invited to my funeral. Now that I think about it. Some of them came up. I know they might come down, try to spit on me or try to kick my coffin. Some of them ain't gonna be invited to my funeral, bro. Real talk. So, you know, it's crazy to say that because I used to tell people, I said I like to play dead for my own funeral just to see who's gonna show up. But now that I've gotten so popular on this social media, I know there's gonna be a lot of people gonna come there. Girls gonna be crying, lying, talking about that before, you dig? But nah, bro. I honestly, bro, when I'm gone, I don't care what they say, bro, because I'm going to meet my Lord at that time. Yeah, man.
If your soul crossed paths with like everybody, every dealer, every fed, and they had to speak at your judgment day, what would they say? What would your final defense be?
If they say something about me,
yeah.
One thing, everybody up until I got ready to get out of prison, all they're going to say is, if I was cool with you, I show love, I always played fair. Well, I did steal some coke from Stone. But majority of the people I took care of in my hood, showed love, fronted them, or gave them dope, took care of their family. Like 1 year, I remember me and my mother, 1 year when I used to celebrate Christmas, we bought toys for 23 children. And that was all our children, Mosquito, doing, you know, everybody, children, Stern, who was in jail, had all his son. Got everybody children something for Christmas. Got a haircut, want a haircut. So I did a lot of dirt. I don't get that twisted, but I helped a lot of people. I'm home now, still doing the same thing, helping a lot of people. I just don't brag about it, put it out there. They bring it up and say, all right, cool, then I did this, But I'm really focusing on improving myself, getting myself together, helping the average youth. These will go to school, we go speak to children and stuff now. We got something coming up August 16th in Louisiana. So I just been busy, bro. I'm staying busy trying to help these children, let them know I spent half my life in prison. He spent half his life in prison, you know. So we come on old men, but we here. We here.
Bro, I appreciate this opportunity, bro. You know what I'm saying? I came all the way from Atlanta to come rock with you, bro.
I can't pick you up, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
for sure.
Big facts.
That's real.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, my nigga.
Yeah, thank you for coming through, bro.
Nah, for sure.
Our platform.
Yeah, for sure. I got one last question before we get up out of here, man. I got a slogan I always say, purpose over popularity. When I say that slogan, how can you mirror that around your life?
Purpose over popularity. My purpose in life now is to make sure me, my mother, and the people I love, the people who I'm cool with, it's okay, where they can rest out here, you know, where they don't have to worry about where their next dollar gonna come from, where they have to worry about getting a job. So my purpose in life now is to make sure everybody I'm cool with, even my children, I got a son that's in the Fed, make sure him and his children don't want for nothing. So I don't care about the popularity because that's gonna come anyway as long as you're on social media.
Yeah, sure.
Get that. We all get that, but because I would say this, you got a lot of people name bigger than their bank account. So a lot of people crave that popularity. They want to be popular. They want everybody to know they who they are. But then they ain't got a dime in Chinese money. They call it begging you. Let me borrow something. Loan me something, man. Let me say this. This how New Orleans people talk. Learn me some money. That's what they say. Learn me some money. learn me some money, man. So you got a lot of people actually learn some money.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I appreciate this shit, man. And again, bro, this crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, though. You know what I'm saying? Elevation is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see that you leveling up, continue to be great, and bro, we out.
Thanks for having me, man.
My nigga.